welcome to another edition of the program, The Eagle. My name is Aisha Mohammed. Thank you for joining us on this week's edition of The Eagle as we bring you a review of activities of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC in the year 2021. In this review, we shall bring you stories of arrests, convictions, recoveries, program flags of and collaborative initiative between the EFCC and stakeholders within and outside of the country, among others, including a special feature on the EFCC boss, Abdurrashid Bawa, when he assumed office. Please sit back and enjoy the program. The year 2021 started like others, with regular activities as the EFCC continued with its mandate of investigation, arrest, prosecuting offenders and enlightening Nigerians on economic and financial crimes. Those that were investigated were prosecuted, and those found guilty were convicted, and appropriate restitutions made where necessary. This was the trend until a fundamental shift occurred in the Commission's administrative path, as then 40-year-old Abdurrashid Bawa stepped in as the new executive chairman of the agency. Bawa was on Tuesday, February 16, announced as the new chairman of the EFCC by the presidency, and history was made on Wednesday, 24th February 2021, when the Senate confirmed him as the substantive chairman of the commission. He emerged as the first core staff of the EFCC and the youngest officer ever to become chairman of the commission. Here is a recap of the momentous event and some activities he immediately delved into after he assumed office.
Abdurrashid Bawa, a member of the EFCC Cadet Course 1, has been a trailblazer of sorts in his career at the EFCC. He came into his new job with vast experience garnered running zonal operations, as well as a network of contact working with agents of leading international law enforcement organizations and global experts in asset tracing and recovery. Apart from carving a niche for himself in complex extractive fraud investigation, he scored a first among his colleagues in 2018 when he was named Zonal Head of the Ibadan Zonal Command, from where he was moved to Port Harcourt Command in 2019. Bawa's last posting as head of Lagos Zonal Command gives him the distinction of being the only core EFCC operative to have led 3 zonal commands. Upon his assumption of office on 5th March 2021, Bawa did not waste time in setting the ball rolling. His very first step was to commence the repositioning of the Commission for increased effectiveness and productivity. The Commission, with a renewed sense of purpose, ensured that criminals were brought to justice, while the recovery of fraudulently obtained money and assets from offenders was pursued with vigor. To ensure a well-motivated workforce, matters of staff welfare received priority attention. Several steps were taken, including the formation of committees to look into issues of staff welfare, career progression, internal discipline, among others. By the time he clocked 100 days in office, enough milestones had been recorded, demonstrating to Nigerians that there is a new silver lining for the Commission's anti-corruption fight. Various initiatives rolled out by the Commission to cater to the well-being of its officers include, but are not limited to, implementation of COVID prevention protocol in the Commission's various offices in line with the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) guidelines, timely provision of COVID-19 vaccination for all officers of the Commission, development of staff health, group life and property insurance policy, scheduling of all categories of personnel for skill acquisition and enhancement training in line with the imperatives of modern law enforcement, development of welfare plan for staff who have diligently served the Commission. To further enhance staff productivity, the Department of Staff Welfare Services has been restructured for improved service delivery in a number of areas, including continued provision of catering services and essential household goods at subsidized rates to staff and suspects, and critical interventions in the provision of conducive accommodation for staff. Recognizing the importance of appropriately directing the Commission's human capital for maximum impact, Bawa embarked on a comprehensive restructuring and reform effort aimed at improving operational effectiveness. The changes have already begun to bear fruit. A Department of Intelligence was established on March 9, 2021 in order to effectively deal with the increased sophistication and operational agility of criminals, consolidating and expanding the Commission's cyber and human intelligence base for enhanced intelligence-led investigative activities. In order to improve its efficiency, the Legal and Prosecution Department was restructured with the creation of new units across all zonal offices. Digital tablets preloaded with a robust Law Pavilion license was provided for legal officers to enhance service delivery. The Department of Operations has also been restructured with new offices created for enhanced efficiency. The new positions created include Head of Operations Headquarters and Deputy Heads of Operations across the Commission's 14 zonal commands. The ICT unit has recently been upgraded to a full-fledged department charged with the responsibility of advancing the Commission's strategic objectives. The department has already begun the implementation of various IT initiatives designed to digitize the processes of the Commission in consonance with current operational realities. For improved coordination, efficiency, and quality service, the procurement unit was also upgraded to a department in 2021 in line with relevant federal government circulars. To support the Commission's strategic goals, the Department of Planning, Policy and Statistics was expanded to include the research function. This decision has begun to yield benefits with the commencement of the first phase of research into the cost of investigation and prosecution activities with a view to improving resource management and control. The Department of Internal Affairs was relocated to the Commission's headquarters and repositioned for enhanced efficiency. The department's polygraph unit has continued to conduct security tests, which form the basis for recruitment into sensitive national assignments in the country. On 11th May 2021, the Internal Audit Unit was restructured and upgraded to a department in order to improve efficiency, accountability, transparency, and to better drive prudent resource management by reinforcing internal control processes and risk management standards as required by relevant government circulars. The Commission's Forensics and Crime Laboratory Services Department has received a new lease on life under the current leadership, with the provision of specialized tools and support required to perform its functions efficiently, thereby contributing significantly to the Commission's investigation and prosecutorial activities. Achievements recorded include standardization of suspect processing procedures and the successful procurement and deployment of suspect processing tools in compliance with the provisions of Section 15 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015. Setting up of a digital fingerprint capturing center at the EFCC Abuja Zonal Office. Establishment of a chemical analysis laboratory at the EFCC Port Harcourt Zonal Office to enhance the prosecution of cases of oil theft and illegal bunkering of petroleum products. In order to foster mutual cooperation with international partners, efforts are on the way to achieve the ISO 17025 accreditation. This will further validate the EFCC Forensic Laboratories report to be admissible and reliable not only in Nigerian courts, but across other jurisdictions around the world. The EFCC Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering (SCUML) is being repositioned to properly regulate designated non-financial institutions (DNFIs), thus addressing the issues of money laundering and terrorism financing. To this end, the Commission is working with the National Assembly to strengthen the unit's legal framework. Other key activities in this direction include the activation of new registration portal for DNFIs, the continuous sensitization of DNFIs on the obligations, duties and liabilities under the relevant sections of the anti-money laundering laws and supplementary regulations, registration and certification of qualified DNFIs in line with Section 5 of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 as amended, and Registration 4 of the FMITI DNFI Regulation 2013. Receipt of statutory reports based on the provisions of Sections 2, 5 and 10 of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 as amended, which makes it mandatory for the NFIs to file currency transaction reports (CTRs) and cash-based transaction reports (CBTRs) to SCUML within 7 days. Under the current executive chairman, considerable emphasis is placed on the replacement of outdated and bureaucratic processes with secure technology-based alternatives. A phased digitalization of the Commission's key operations has been commissioned with the goal of aligning operations with modern law enforcement imperatives as well as current realities for improved performance and efficiency. In this regard, there is the ongoing purchase, configuration and deployment of workstations and ICT equipment across the Commission's various offices. The Commission is working to ensure that all its officers have computers to effectively execute their respective duties. A paperless workflow management system has also been developed, and the internally developed enterprise solution is already at its alpha testing stage. Also, there is the implementation of multimedia application suite for the Public Affairs Department and provision of dedicated wide area network infrastructure for the Commission's operations and integration of the Wuse 2 and Zone 6 offices into the network master plan, amongst others. To improve the deteriorating condition of the long overdue capital projects of the Commission's various operating bases, contracts have been awarded and work currently ongoing for the renovation and furnishing of the Commission's training institution, the EFCC Academy, Cairo, Abuja. The Academy is also to be equipped with state-of-the-art electronic and interactive teaching aids. Other capital projects under execution are the renovation of the Abuja, Benin, Gombe, Lagos, Port Harcourt and Uyo zonal offices. Construction of additional office blocks at the Benin, Enugu, Kaduna, Ibadan, Maiduguri, Sokoto and Uyo zonal offices. Construction of additional detention facilities at the Ibadan, Port Harcourt and Sokoto zonal offices. Installation and activation of staff and visitors' biometric access control systems at the headquarters complex. Construction of a cyber laboratory for the newly created Department of Intelligence. Construction of a Tactical Operating Center (TOC) at the Lagos Zonal Office. Procurement of ICT working tools such as computers, printers, photocopiers, servers, power generating systems, uninterruptible power systems and inverters, as well as forensics tools and software licenses. Official and operational vehicles, including ambulances, are also being purchased for the headquarters and the 14 zonal offices. Procurement of sophisticated medical equipment, laboratory facilities and stocking of the pharmacy at the EFCC Medical Center, which caters for staff and suspects' health needs. The Commission has taken extra precautions to protect staff communication networks by providing mobile devices with protected closed-user group CUG services for all employees. The devices are preloaded with secure purpose-built software for access to and encryption of official communications. In line with the international best practices, a key reform initiative that is removing discretion from the operations of the EFCC is the coding of standard operating procedures (SOPs) by departments and units of the Commission. To ensure continuity in procedures and to efficiently fulfill its mandate, the Commission has also developed and adopted various policies and systems, including communication policy, sexual harassment and bullying policy, training policy, healthcare policy, and new staff ranking system. Several other policies are in the pipelines to further ensure that the Commission remains structurally sound in the long term. As part of steps to sanitize the nation's financial system and block some of the loopholes being exploited by unscrupulous players in the sector to undermine Nigeria's economy through money laundering and illicit financial flows, the Commission recently redesigned its Declaration of Assets form in line with Section 27 of the EFCC Establishment Act 2004 for ease of usability and portability. The executive chairman has also announced the Commission's intention to encourage financial institutions and bankers to declare their assets as provided for by the law in accordance with the Bank Employees Declaration of Assets Act 1986. The Operations Department is charged with the responsibility of investigating all reported and intelligence-generated cases of economic and financial crimes. The department also carries out the function of identification, tracing, and seizure of proceeds of criminal activities while bringing perpetrators to justice. Upon the assumption of office by the current executive chairman, a reorganization program was launched, which has strengthened and refocused the department. There is renewed focus on tracing and bringing cybercrime kingpins to justice. The department's sting operations in cybercrime hotspots have so far led to the arrest of about 1,500 suspects across the country. Many of these suspects have been charged to court. And the Operations Department's partnership with its sister agencies is being put to good use in a multi-stakeholder approach to combating crime. All these and more are significant happenings as well as achievements in the EFCC in the year 2021. Ojo Chokutami Eche for The Eagle.
Hello there. The fight against corruption involves you and I. I will play my part and you will play yours. Join me, Abdurrashid Bawa, Executive Chairman, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, on the Together Against Corruption Challenge, and lend your voice to the fight against economic and financial crimes always. Thank you.
Well, as you heard in that report, the EFCC has undergone comprehensive strategic, operational, and institutional reforms aimed at creating a modern and efficient agency that is well equipped to deal with the evolving nature of crime in Nigeria. So, we all should play our part in helping the EFCC to see that corruption is brought to its barest minimum, if not totally eradicated, as canvassed by the chairman of the EFCC. You do your part and we do ours. Together, we have a better Nigeria.
Remember Psalm 112 verse 9. The Bible said that when you dispense a gift to the poor.
Oh! This driver don't go enter another pothole again. You know, at the talk, he didn't even look me bad eye, sir. Not your fault. The federal government go award road to some rubbish contractors where we say they don't agree do the road. See as road jaga self. Just one pothole, now they complain. Let me tell you, my local government chairman, money when they give us.
Oh, God, now they stop us. Not get peace of mind for this boss again.
Leave this all this trouble. I can't say I'm going to report us to EFCC. I reach there, see queue everywhere. Everywhere just choke. Only me carry myself, come back out. Theft money.
My brother, you never hear of that app where EFCC do what they call Eagle Eye?
Eagle Eye?
Yes, Eagle Eye. EFCC specially designed this app for people like Una. All you need to do now to download the app on top your phone. Bring your phone, make I show you. See ya. Open. You see? You go either Google Play Store or Apple Store. Open them. You see Amba? Eagle Eye. Download the app. As you download the app, upload pictures. Before you know, they will attend to you sharp. Then design that app in such a way where they say nobody go know say now you even complain on top that app.
Just like that.
Just like that, my brother. My people. Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye.
This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
And that's how we end today's episode of The Eagle. We shall be bringing you a continuation of the Year Under Review next week. Same time, same station. Please keep a date with us. Do not forget, for matters relating to economic and financial crimes, please send a mail to info@efcc.gov.ng. And to speak to our officers or representatives, you can call 0809 3322 644. Follow us on all our social media platforms @official EFCC. If you see fraud happening, use the EFCC mobile app, the Eagle Eye. Download the app, follow the steps, and report fraud on the go. You can also take pictures of corrupt practices and upload them. My name is Aisha Muhammad. I leave you with these parting words. It takes courage to say I was wrong, to say I don't know, to say let's find out, to take enough time to seek better answers instead of quick fixes, to give yourself fully, to try making a difference when the outcome is not guaranteed. Stand for the right thing, always. From all of us here, it's goodbye. God bless Nigeria, and please stay safe, and do not forget to be kind to one another.